go, because you know what I came in to do.
I don't get paid for overtime. I'm here to fight.
Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul, AT&T, 20th of July on Netflix. Now, everyone's going to have mixed feelings. You're going to hear a lot of people, I'm not watching it, but it's going to do huge figures. Just like Tyson did against Roy Jones, Jake Paul was on the undercard. 1.6 million pay-per-view buys, generated $80 million in revenue. Has Jake Paul ever hit them numbers since? Probably not. He needs Mike Tyson. After that last shit show him and Amanda Serrano put on, yeah, you needed to make an announcement like this. So this is going to be a huge fight. Tyson will be 58 by the time the fight takes place. Jake Paul 27, so a 31-year age gap. Huge. The Texas Department of Licensing and Regulation will be licensing the fight. They're the same ones who cleared Dillian. Dillian's got a license with them. Are they a new body or have they been around a while? Probably been around a while. Why all of a sudden are they making headlines? They cleared Dillian with their investigation and now they're licensing this fight here. Netflix getting in the combat market because it is a lucrative market. Unfortunately for Americans, Mike Tyson is the face of boxing. Still, we're talking about Tank and Canelo. No, Mike Tyson is the face of American boxing. Jake Paul strutting around like, look at me in this huge event. No, it's a Mike Tyson event. That's what it is. You could put Mike Tyson in with Frank Martin, and he does way more numbers than Tank will do with Frank. Unfortunately for Gervonta, it all rhymes in it. Gervonta and Frank are about to tank when they take it to the bank. Still making more money than me. Speaking of Dillian, he's back in action next week, Sunday, in Ireland. He's taking on Christian Hammer. 35 years of age, Dillian. He said he's excited to be back, especially to have his first fight in Ireland, which has been a long dream of his. He's only had 4 fights in the last 4 years, so he wants to get active. He says, look how well Joseph Parker and Anthony Joshua are doing with decent activity. Now, I say that because Republic of Ireland is not in Britain. So that fight will be licensed by the Boxing Union of Ireland, not the British Boxing Board of Control. And it might just be some minor technicalities Dillian has to clear up, but is he licensed to fight in the UK yet? Or is he just taking the first available card to get back in the ring? You know, I found out recently he's licensed by the Texas Department of Licensing and Regulation. But I was searching and it's not clear whether he's good with the British Boxing Board of Control. Now, Christian Hammer has won 1 out of his last 3 and hasn't been in the ring since he was stopped by Joe Joyce in 2022. So about a year and a half. He's 36 years of age, got a whole load of losses. He's pretty tough, but this should be a routine win for Dillian. Are any networks picking this up? There'll still be some people interested in seeing Dillian fight. I'm not trying to simp. The woman is young enough to be my daughter. But the exposing of Alicia Baumgardner means nothing to me. It means nothing to me. They can't make me see Alicia any different than the image she put out there and how she wanted to represent herself. She's not some whatless gal who's skinning out, he's doing nothing else. And even if she was, that's her fucking business. If a woman's doing OnlyFans, that's her business. As long as she didn't jack you or me for your money, why the fuck do you care? You haven't got a ring on her finger. You ain't got no baby for her. It's her business. So Adrian Broner can't make me see Alicia Baumgardner any different because she didn't portray that image. Yeah? If Adrian had something going on in his life, he wouldn't have went there. People who ain't got nothing going on, this is what they do. We're going to expose people. I'm going to expose people. Imagine going on camera talking about who's got ran through and who's got ran through. For a grown man in his 30s, like, his mouth will not only get himself in trouble, but get other people in trouble. And if he's from the hood and he blabs off like that, he's lucky to still be alive. I've seen some dudes, like, they think Adrian is the cool dude for doing it. And that just shows how effeminate the energy has become. How effeminate. Someone doing the chatty patty shit. Why the fuck do I care who the fuck she's fucked? She might have a high libido. A lot of women, they have high libidos, but they don't want everyone to know. And hey, she might have got ran through how many times? She at least took precaution. And as far as I know, she doesn't have any unwanted baby. You know, like Broner, got kids everywhere. But that's his business. That's his business. And even if she did have kids everywhere, that's her business. So so anyone who has an issue with Alicia, you're an idiot. Mind your own business And as for Broner, it was a little effeminate what he did. And I weren't impressed anyway. I wasn't impressed. So what, she's supposed to be a hoe? Yeah. Like it's going to stop a high percentage of men getting with her. Yeah. So, the only person I remember outweighing AJ like that was Andy Ruiz in a rematch. And he was grossly overweight. You know what I mean? So AJ came in, what, 250, approximately 250. NGANNOU 272. He came in the low 270s against Fury, and he was only £5 lighter than Fury. Not much people have weighed just £5 lighter than Fury. And is it just he's just a physical specimen? Is that what really gave Fury the issues, the physicality? Not that Fury didn't train or he wasn't prepared and all this shit here. Just the physicality. And there's no excess blubber or anything. Just muscle and sinew. He doesn't look oversized, just that compact muscle. Joshua looked in good shape, as always. I assume that Joshua will have a huge speed advantage. I heard people saying that Joshua isn't as fast as Tyson Fury. And I'm like... But, you know, anyway. Yeah, AJ should have a speed advantage, as well as the boxing IQ. And that should be enough to get him home. But if Francis can take everything he's got and perhaps take him into the trenches if he himself doesn't puff out. If he himself can make it physical and take something out of AJ's legs, lactic acid in the arms, then AJ will be more susceptible to his power punches. I believe NGANNOU this time around is not going to fight strictly within the Queensberry rules. I think he'll be on the periphery, try and hit AJ low, try and get it up close where the grappling he's accustomed to could be a factor. And he gave something away in the final stare down at the weigh-in. He went back to his argument with Tyson Fury about be lucky that it's boxing. Now, he didn't get into an argument with AJ, but is it Ariel, the MMA guy, he asked him, yeah, the stare out, it looked like there was something extra on your stare there. And he said, nah, I'm just thinking, if this was MMA, neither him, meaning AJ, or Fury would have a chance. He'd take two of them at the same time and wipe the floor with them. So he's still in that MMA zone. And when you've had as much success as he has in one discipline, can you 100% convert to that I'm a boxer mind state? Probably not. And that's why he tried that Superman punch against Tyson Fury. Because as well as he did against Tyson Fury, he's not getting the same success that he's had in his recent MMA fights. And AJ has to let him know, you know, in that ring, if you get frustrated and lose your poise, there's penalties. Tyson Fury didn't make him pay. So as mentally as strong as he said to be, for him to think, well, boy, if this was MMA, that shows like he has doubts whether he can compete at the top level as a boxer against the likes of Anthony Joshua. So he lost his poker face a little there, in my opinion. But this has no relevance if he goes in there and throws a left hook over the top and takes AJ out. No relevance at all. Don't be surprised if he gets disqualified, Francis. Francis enjoyed Tyson doing all the showboating at the weigh-in, at the press conference. He enjoyed that. It gave him the element of surprise. He liked the idea that Fury was overlooking him. With AJ told him, this is my biggest challenge of my life. That's what he told him. When AJ said win, 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 Francis said, oh, I don't care if I win as long as it's a good fight. So I believe this fight has come with extra pressure for Francis Ngannou. He really didn't have much to lose in the first attempt at boxing against Fury. And arguably he doesn't have much to lose here. But it was noticeable he came in with shades at yesterday's press conference. He wears shades quite a lot in saying that. So maybe it means nothing, but, you know, I pointed that out with Jarrell Miller, the shades, before he fought Daniel Dubois. And the eyes give away a lot. They do give away a lot.
He goes home, which is only here for a couple of days. He wants this done in the next 48 hours. Conor, Benn, Manny Pacquiao, any appetite for it?
I would say this is the place to get it done quick.
The knee-jerk reaction is British boxing is selling out to Saudi Arabia and Riyadh. The logical position is give the current arrangement a little time to work out the kinks. You know, if Dillian gets past Christian Hammer, he's going to want to get in that Saudi mix, yeah? And regardless if the British Boxing Board of Control are successful with their appeal, Conor Benn is looking to fight Manny Pacquiao in Saudi Arabia. Manny don't care about no PD violation or anything like that. He wants to get paid. Manny wants the deal tied up in 48 hours. Eddie is playing his cards very close to his chest. Conor seems to be enthusiastic about it. And just looking the way everyone's flexing, it's a done deal. They just don't want to announce it before knockout chaos. The Saudis ain't giving the consumer time to complain. First, they're probably going to announce Matchroom 5 against Queensbury 5. I heard Eddie playing the violin with the announcement of Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. It's my childhood hero. He's 58 years of age, but people are saying the same thing about putting a 4 or 5 year old Manny Pacquiao in with Conor Benn. Mike's 14 years older than Manny, but there's a lot of people who don't want to see Manny use the stepping stone for Conor and vice versa. Mike is the stepping stone for Jake. Time is nearly upon us for knockout chaos. The DAZN hosts are Ade, Kate Abdo and Ariel MMA Guy. Commentators, Mike Costello, some individual named Grisham, never heard of him, Darren Barker and Barry Jones. The pundits, which has caused a little bit of a stir, David Haye, Tyson Fury and Conor Benn. Now, more than likely, if I'm going live, I'll have the volume off, but I might have to take a couple of breaks where I mute the stream and listen to the chemistry between them three pundits, especially Haye and Fury. Joseph Parker is going from one extreme of the weight scale to the other within 2 fights. Deontay Wilder weighed in at 213. Parker came in at 245. He weighed in at 247 for tomorrow's fight with ZHANG. ZHANG weighed 287 when he knocked out Joe Joyce last year. He weighed in 291 for the Parker fight. That's 78 pounds heavier than Deontay Wilder. 78 pounds. He's not here for a dancing contest. Let's just say that. He wants to walk Parker into one of them heavy shots. I'm almost tempted to change my pick, but that's going to look weak. Let's just say this ain't going to be as comfortable for Joseph Parker as the Wilder fight. ZHANG, southpaw, good fundamentals, strong, powerful, good heavyweight to watch. Definitely, let's say, top 2, 3 best to watch. And I said that in 2022. I think this is the first bookmark I ever done on Twitter. And I said, does anyone else like watching Zhilei Zhang like myself? And I said this before the Hrgovic fight. I'd watched him a few times. Kevin LERENA is going ahead with his fight with Justice HUNI despite the sudden death of his mother. R.I.P. to his mother, condolences to Kevin. Will he be able to turn the news into fuel to propel him to a great performance? Some will argue, should he be going ahead with the fight? But he does have a little girl and boy, and I assume a wife, and this is his job. The Saudi paychecks only come once in a blue. He's got to do what he's got to do in the memory of his mother. This is what she probably would have wanted.